What do you make of all that has happened in recent times? I mean, I'm just going to take about a minute of submissions from each one of you. Just encapsulate your ideas from the day of the military action where we suspected there had been a coup to the proceeding days when we found out that indeed this is what had happened till now that the purported resignation has been delivered by Mohamed Bazoum. He's been allowed to leave and ECOWAS is threatening military action. Succinct thoughts, Victor.
Thank you very much. Well, what I make of it since the takeover, very unfortunate incidents for the junta to take that action. Now, it's sort of becoming like a norm because we've already had Mali and Burkina Faso. ECOWAS implemented sanctions. It didn't bite enough. They lifted them. Why did they lift them? We don't know. Now, the other issue is they expect these two states, that's Mali and Burkina, to transition into democratic practices. We don't know if that's going to happen yet. We hope so. Now, concerning Niger, the takeover, the processes, the defiant position by the junta not to meet emissaries in the first place has worsened the situation, thereby ECOWAS implementing more sanctions, which they have recognized that it's biting, hence appointed 21 ministers by their own mandate to represent them, to become their mouthpiece. So for this junta, it tells us clearly they would not want to meet ECOWAS or emissaries that have been sent, with the exception of that emir, just because probably they are ethnic lines or they are brothers, if I should say so, because they had to meet them. So that tells us the complexity of the case. If ECOWAS should move in now with a standby force, are we going to have some ethnic groups from the northern part of Nigeria joining in to fight against ECOWAS? Are we going to have armed groups who are going to join in and fight on behalf of the junta? These are questions and areas ECOWAS should look at. Now, the economy is crippled. Already, we all know that Niger is one of the poorest states. It's becoming even worse. Now, that earlier the junta avails itself on the negotiation table and look at the way forward, the better. For the release and resignation of Bazoum, well, some of us always knew that it was come to this because Bazoum was out of the picture immediately the takeover happened. And they wouldn't want to see Bazoum or even hear ECOWAS or international partners wanting to install Bazoum again. If they want to go the democratic practices, then it's going to be in their terms with their own people. Hence, they have started with 21 ministers. On the part of ECOWAS, wanted to go in, a lot of questions. Do they have the capacity as of now, the personnel, the funds, the logistics? They've activated the ESF. Okay. How long will it take if they should decide to go in? Are there more sanctions coming in? We would think that it's going to be a zero-sum game for either ECOWAS or the Nigerian junta. So for now, I would propose that there will be more preventive diplomacy. They should try negotiate with these 21 ministers, and by so doing, they may get to the junta themselves. And then we hope the junta will come to the negotiating table and then present their needs and interests, and then we'll see the way forward. But a military intervention will spell a lot of chaos. The humanitarian crisis that is going to come up is going to be severe. And we, Ghana, are not left out because we'll be part of it. So I think preventive diplomacy in this way is going to be the best option. Already the sanctions are biting. So if they should maintain the sanctions, then the junta will be forced to come out and negotiate.
All right.